Alright, this is where the fun begins. Today, we are going to be reviewing every clone minifigure in my current LEGO clone army. This is actually an alternate title. I filmed the reviews already. I made one mistake I'm correcting myself on. I said my 501st were my second biggest legion in my clone army, but that's actually not true. They're my biggest if you count my custom figures, which I do, so that makes them my biggest. And I say this in my review, but technically the 332nd is just a sub company of the 501st, so that's sort of why I have them all together here. And again, this review will be in parts like I did for the vehicles. So part 1 and part 2 will be the 501st and 332nd. Then we will move on to these fellas over here. I think I'm also going to do a review of all my custom clone minifigures that I created from when I was 6 years old to now. So I think I'm going to do that in a separate video because I know some people might not want to see that, and it takes up a lot of time for the reviews. So we're just going to be doing the official LEGO clone minifigures for parts 1 through, I think I'm going to do 4 or 5 parts. So let's get into it. The 501st Legion, and I want it to be my number 1 biggest, but we'll see about that in the future. But yeah, I've loved this clone Legion ever since Captain Rex was introduced as a character, and the blue has just always been so cold. Like, it's always just had an icy look to it, and I've always loved it. Some of my favorite clone troopers were 501st clone troopers. Like, I love Rex, obviously, but Echo and Fives, also 501st troopers first. So, yeah. Got a lot of different variations and classes of trooper here, so we're gonna break them all down, as you know. And also, that was also a thing that was really cool. They were under General Skywalker, obviously, who they served under. One of their most iconic scenes in the movies is when Anakin actually marches on the temple with his 501st Legion, which younglings beware. That's all I gotta say on that. But yeah, let's start breaking them down. Okay, so first, we're going to look at these 3 classes of different 501st Trooper. On the right, we have 3 traditional 501st Troopers. They're really basic, no head attachments. I do wish LEGO printed the side blue stripes on the legs, but take what we can get. And yeah, just overall, I've always had just a sleek, cool look. And but yeah, that's just the normal traditional 501st Trooper. We'll go to the far left over here. We have the specialists, which are indicated as specialists by the 2 orange markings you see right there. They have macro binoculars, which are awesome, and a new LEGO. They're new to LEGO with this set, so it's nice to have some spares to put on other troopers, as you'll see through this review. But that's just an awesome piece, and the specialist is just cool in itself. You could have like I have a whole bunch of snipers and specialists here, as you could see. This one, I actually put the heavy helmet on him by accident, but I kind of like it. It makes him look like he's the leader of all the specialists in my 501st Legion. But moving on, we'll go to the officers, and I'll take this one right here. They have a blue printed belt. They have a printed on waist cape. I wish they even just gave us the plastic ones, as you'll see on this one right here, I put the plastic one on him. I think it looks so cool because it looks like the straps are connected to it. So it actually looks really cool. They have blueprinting on the back as well, which is really nice. This guy's sort of like this guy's my head specialist. He's sort of my head officer, so as indicated by the 2 blue sleeves, and everyone else doesn't have one. But yeah, those are these 3 classes. I have this 332nd Trooper back here because these are actually a company. The 332nd are actually a company within the 501st, so they're another variant of 501st Trooper technically. But that's why I thought I'd add them in here. But yeah, that breaks down these 3 classes. Let's look at the next class. Okay, our next class here is the 501st Heavies. Let's begin with looking at my 6 traditional heavies on the right. Alright, so these are the traditional 501st Heavy Trooper. They come with that backpack, simple backpack, a great torso printing, a little bit of armor on their helmet, and common leg printing, but they also come with this double barrel gun. They're very cool. I like them a lot, and I'm glad I have a lot. But they're not the most exciting that we have here. So let's move on. We're going to look at these 2 on the right. I got 2 of these guys. I guess I call them heavies, or I don't... They just have a little bit more of a cooler backpack, which is just custom built easily. Anyone could do that. But I just think it looks a little cooler than the normal backpack that they come with. But these are they're relatively the exact same. The only thing that makes them different is the heavier backpack. Maybe they have more thermal detonators in there. But all right, before I talk about this guy in the middle, let's move to him right here. See, this is what I call hybrid 501st Trooper. He is a heavy and a specialist or sniper or whatever you call it. But yeah, I call him a hybrid. So he's the hybrid 501st Trooper. As you can see, he's got the specialist helmet and macro binoculars. I draw the black line on because I think it looks so much better. I'm probably going to do it with all of them after this video is done. But yeah, so he's got the specialist helmet, macro binocs, but he has the heavy torso and a backpack, so that's why he's a hybrid. And I think he looks really cool, and it's nice to have some unique, even though they are all unique, but it's nice to have even more unique troopers in your army. Speaking of, I actually put this, I don't know why I'm tripping over the word, this macro binoc on my head specialist because I think he deserves it, and I think it really just completes his look. But we already talked about them before, so it's not his time. Now we'll talk about my heavy in the middle here. See, this guy is my, as I said before, I have a head officer, a head specialist. This guy's my head heavy. Because, as you can see, he has the blue arm. Other than that, relatively the same as all the other heavies, but he has this insane, I don't really know what to call this gun, but it's sort of like, I was trying to go for the sort of mini guns that the heavies have in Battlefront. That's what I was really sort of going for, and it also has the ray shield, which is just really cool. Yeah, just look at that. Like, I'm very happy with how this whole look turned out. Like, you could obviously see he could light people up, and the shield will take all the damage. And, yeah, he's really cool. But that's why he's sort of like the leader of all the heavies. But, alright. That breaks down this class, which is my heavies, and also my hybrid over there. So let's move on to the next class, which is the most exciting. All right, and I don't really have to even say what this class of 501st Trooper is. I just think out of all my official well, I shouldn't say that, but out of all my non-custom Lego 501st Troopers, these are definitely the most unique. We'll start with this guy on the right here. This is the 501st Jet Trooper, and the legs, same printing as all other 501st Troopers. The torso is very simple, but it's just something about it is just so cool. And obviously he has blue arms, which is also nice, a blue jetpack because he's a jet trooper, obviously. And the helmet is just, that is really what makes him really amazing. Just look at that print. Very unique compared to any other 501st Troopers helmets, but that's why I sort of put him here. And I also see him as kind of the commander of all the jet troopers, so that's why he's here. But moving on, let's go to this man over here. Now, I've done some reviews on him before, but I have to say, this is one of my favorite Lego figures of all time. I've said this before, just the fact that they're making specific clone troopers like this. Like, Fives is an ARC trooper, he's pretty prominent, very popular character, but he's not a commander or a captain, so it's very cool that we're seeing very specific fan favorite clones being made. He's got great torso printing. I actually like how his torso works with the cloth pauldron we get. I think it looks so much better with the backpack over it. People put the backpack under it. I really don't like how that looks. I think it looks so much better like this, and it actually works with his torso really good. He's got great arm printing, like that's sort of like a grappling hook, I guess, and comm link over there. Like, that's really nice. Like, really, really cool printing on this figure. He had a printed on waist cape, which is probably the only downside of this figure, so I put one of these plastic ones on here. And again, I feel like the straps down, it looks like it's strapped to the plastic pauldron, or waist cape, my bad. But I think he looks just so cool like that. And I know people hate on the helmet, but I really don't mind it, and I really think it looks awesome. And if you thought the Jet Trooper's helmet was unique, Fives' helmet it's iconic to him, so that's why it's super unique, and it's just super cool that we got this Lego figure, and I'm just super happy I have one, because Lego probably will never make him again, so this is why he's also amazing. He has his own custom face print, which he has the goatee and the tattoo. Like, the fact that they added the tattoo is just so cool. We don't get a lot of custom clone face prints, and I don't think I went over that last time I reviewed him, or maybe I did, but I really don't care. I'll review it 10 times over. He is just a amazing figure, and I'm so happy that Lego's made him and that I have him. So that's Fives for everyone. A goated clone. And last, but certainly not least, we're going to talk about my Phase 2 Captain Rex here. And let me just, I said official Lego. He's not an official Lego character. I don't think he is, because I'm pretty sure they only made 2 versions of Phase 2 Rex. And this helmet does not look like either of them, and neither does the torso print or any of the printing on it. But I have to say, I've gotten custom figures before that are non-official Lego. I gotta say, this is one of the best ones I've ever had. Like, I gotta be honest, the helmet is great looking. Like, the front grille is a little but this is a great custom helmet. Like, I love how it looks. It's pretty clean. Like, it even has the tally marks on it. Like, this is just a great custom figure. And see, this is why I think it's not an official Lego, because the helmet is just so tight on the head. I just have a normal Phase 1. I just have a normal Clone Wars era clone face on him because that's how I've always seen Rex. But look at the torso printing on it. You got the weld marks here. Like, this is a great custom figure. The arm printing is great. It really looks like Fives' arm printing. And I got this figure way before I got Fives, so yeah, I just think this is a great custom figure. The leg printing all the way around. Like, I'm looking to get the Captain Rex in his microfighter, so I have an official Lego Phase 2 Captain Rex, but yeah, I just think this is a great custom figure, and I think you see him with all my other 501st Troopers, he fits in perfectly, so that is Fives, the 501st Jet Trooper, and Captain Rex. 2 goats we got over here, and a nice Jet Trooper, so. But, yeah, that's about it. Right, just to line them up again one more time, that is a grand total of 33 501st clone troopers in my clone army. And like I said in the beginning of this review, they are my favorite and will always be my favorite. And yeah, I'll never get tired of looking at them like this. Just the best ever. But let's move on to the next